sexual abuse of a child,
exploits and degrades them. It can cause serious damage to social, emotional, and cognitive development of a child. Sexual abuse affects 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys before the age 18. Hi, my name is Zanetta Berryman Cooper, founder of Speak Out Now. Speak Out's goal is to spread awareness of child sexual abuse and rape. We provide resources for victims, their families, and help with the overall healing process. For more information, please like and visit our Facebook page, Speak Out 203, or call 203-936-9396.
If engineering the perfect body is your main goal, the innovation personal training, where you need to go. Keyword personal, meaning me and you, one-on-one, not one in the group. Everything Jay do is customized just for you. Cause the last I checked, everybody ain't the same. So how you run train, everybody as the same, man. Come from the railroad, working on them tracks. So trust me when you train, we gonna keep you on track. You innovation protein drinks instead of snacks, and the money ain't a thing. First assessment is free. Tell them what you want and what you trying to achieve, and check your BSRMs and show you what you need. Body structure, range of motion, time to put in work. Train with ambition if you try and see your vision. 14, 20 man a road, now go visit.
Want to be the talk of the town this summer? Or do you want your hair to stand out amongst the rest? Then check out High Maintenance by Simone. High Maintenance by Simone offers 100% raw, virgin hair. Top quality, no shedding, and no tangling. And with proper maintenance, your hair can last 12 months or more. All lengths and all styles for those summertime colors are also available. All closures, frontal, and lace wigs are also available with High Maintenance. And also ask for the 3-bundle deal. And always get the best price and quality when you shop with High Maintenance. Satisfaction guaranteed and 2-day shipping anywhere in the United States. Also ask about the High Maintenance 10% off code. Use the promo code HMBS and get 10% off. For more information, you can contact High Maintenance at 252-499-3267. Or check out High Maintenance on Facebook at Simone Yowens. Or check her out on Instagram at High Maintenance by Simone. High Maintenance by Simone hair, the best quality you can get, and 100% raw virgin hair. It's High Maintenance, baby.
You just spend your right, check engine light for a better price at Star. Get your alignment tight, see your body's nice for a finer price at Star. Get your struts done, rims custom, we don't overprice when we charge. Now get the lowest price at Star. Yeah, get the lowest price at Star. Hoping at 8 o'clock, rims stay in stock. And we gon' hook you up, you don't pay a lot for your brakes and shocks. Cause we gon' hook you up at Star.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Makemewannaholla podcast. Tonight we have my regular Tanya Foreman here.
Hey, y'all.
I got my boy Sean.
Peace.
Who
people.
I actually met in a business class, but I knew him from around the hood areas. But we actually linked up and formally introduced ourselves.
For sure.
In a business class together. He makes the perfect guest for tonight's show, where we're going to be discussing black entrepreneurship, where we were, where we are, and where we going. I mean, me personally, I feel this is like one of the blackest issues
Well, so it's
because let me finish, Bill. Because I feel that every other race, I feel they handle their business when it comes to being entrepreneurs and business people. I mean, you got the Latinos, your whites, your Indians. It's the black people that I feel that's lacking. Like, this is truly a black issue. How you feel about that?
Well, so we probably have the worst ailment from it at the moment.
Okay.
We, at one time, we were actually way more involved inside business than we are now.
Definitely.
Right? But even me growing up, I witnessed it. As a kid.
Yeah.
Walking down Dixwell Avenue, everything was
black
black
about
owned.
that. I keep hearing.
Listen, so I'll be 46 this year. Growing up in Dixwell Avenue community, there were two Caucasian businesses that I knew of, which was Kramer's Bakery and Vizel's, which still exists.
Okay.
Everything else that I knew was black owned.
Up and down Dix. That was our Black Wall Street.
On Ivy Street, you had a corner. It was Jimmy's, black owned corner store. On Dixwell and Division, Bob's Quality Market, black owned.
Wow.
You know
See,
what
I ain't
I
grew up
mean?
in the Ville area, so.
On Shelton Avenue, Shelton and Hazel Street, several black-owned businesses, from bars to social clubs. We had grocery stores. My grandfather even used to own stores.
Wow.
My grandfather was a one-armed tire man before he passed away.
Oh, okay.
But then, we had black doctors, black farm. Yeah, we had black everything. Now, through the course of time, those business owners wind up selling their businesses. So one of my best friends, his father used to own Howard Skins.
We were talking about that.
When his father passed away, nobody else knew what to do with the business, so they wind up selling.
So passing down is a problem. So let me ask you, both of y'all, this question out the gate. What happened to black business? Let Tanya go and let you go, Sean.
I believe that what happened was I feel like other people came in, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as, we got, like he named, Dixwell Avenue, we got all of this stuff. I remember Proctor's, I can go on, you know what I'm saying? And what happened was, going to the 80s, maybe a little bit of 90s, we were going to these places, Unique Boutique, we was buying there, we was doing all of this. And then all of a sudden, it was like, the city is coming in, you understand what I'm saying? And they want this property. I truly believe that is what happened. They wanted to get them out.
You think it was a conspiracy to get us out?
I mean, what you think? You think all of a sudden?
I don't really want to call it a conspiracy.
But do you think that? 1 second. Do you think that we just all of a sudden say, okay, no more? We're not going to buy from our people?
I don't
know. Let's look at it from an educational standpoint.
Okay.
Growing up, when I was in Lincoln Bassett, they used to take us to the bank and teach us how to balance bank books and things like that. They taught us financial education for a little while.
Okay.
Then it stopped. So if the generations before us was getting financial education, don't you think they'd be more versed in being able to be financially literate, able to take care of money, which in turns they can take care of businesses because they have more understanding?
Right.
Okay.
So we started becoming uneducated through the school system and not being educated through our household systems in the terms of business. Then we began, the drug era came. They dropped the bomb on us, but again, they made us instant millionaires. They made us instant millionaires, but not with the right mindset to do anything with the money properly. Right? So in the end of it all, now you have repercussions, which is guys like you and me.
Yes.
Though
I hear what you're saying.
We're still smart. We went to school. We got information and education. Now it's time to use it. Right? Now it's time to act on it.
Okay.
Now it's time to share it.
So do you feel that, let's say, like you said, with Howard Skin situation, was black business built to be passed down to other generations?
All businesses probably are built with the aspect thinking that it's going to be passed down to other generations. Now, do the parents or the business owners actually develop their kids to take on the business after they're gone? That's a different story. But Howard didn't do it. His kids didn't want it. He was busy spoiling the babies, but not educating the babies to take care of the businesses.
Wow.
See, we want to give our kids better, but better in a sense of what? just giving them better products,
Right.
but not better mindsets to do better and take on what we start to build legacies.
But do we feel that sometimes that, let me ask you this too, Tanya, do we feel that with black business, like a really successful one, so I was watching a documentary once, and they were saying that the businesses are not passed down because their kids are educated sometimes, and they don't want to go through the struggle they seen their parents go through.
Right.
So that generation, you might have had this corner store, but your child became, like you said, a doctor or something, or an engineer. So I mean, do that hurt us because are we not passing it down, or is it because you saying you feel they were brought from us, or were taken from us?
But like he said, I really believe. I mean, he made an excellent point. You know, in the black community, they're not saying, okay, because like you said, if their child go to college and they become a doctor, then you know what? That father who was in that corner store has been there for over 50, 60 years. Now he's tired. But, his son is over there or daughter doing what they're doing, and eventually he's going to shut it down. He has nobody to pass it to. And like he said, we're not grooming. But guess what? We're not grooming our children. And he's right. We're not saying, look, I have this, I got to say this like the white people do. They do that. They actually do that. The lawyers, you see they lawyers, they daughters, they sons, the whole family.
In the DNA for definitely.
You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
It's in our DNA. First of all, let's straighten this out. We the best of the best of the best on the planet.
That ever
family.
did it.
We just have the wrong information being ciphered the wrong way. Words are very powerful.
Definitely.
So now let's look at it like this. We don't come into our families with the aspect of constant evolution. Now, when we look at it from an evolutionary standpoint, we have to constantly learn that we have to constantly evolve in life, personal, even with our children, and in business. So now you take a corner store. I'm gonna use my own family.
Okay.
My grandfather was a one-armed tire man. I knew how to change tires probably by the time I was 10 and probably before that, right?
All right.
So we still have this tire business in my family to this day. My uncle is now the tire man.
Okay.
Right? But rubber, big business.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
I had an opportunity when I was a kid, actually with a bunch of money, my friends buying rims and tires
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
to evolve my grandfather.
Absolutely.
And his business into a whole nother level.
Right.
We'd be looking like Star Tire and beyond, probably.
Right.
But I didn't have that understanding of evolving businesses or even really dealing in business. Like, we know business mechanics. We always knew how to get money.
Yeah.
From going to the apple orchard, picking apples, selling apples in front of his tire shop, shoveling snow.
Definitely. I feel you on that.
Cleaning basements, things like that. We
Right.
were always entrepreneurs as kids. Myself, my cousin Reeves, my brother Quincy Reeves, a bunch of us. Teron Moore, I could name a ton of names, even down to Jimmy Jam. All of us.
I mean,
Right.
I mean, like you said, so do we blame? I don't want to keep on saying do blame game. We went through that last time.
Because the problem is we busy blaming and not really taking a look at ourselves, right? And what we're not doing.
Look at ourselves. But what I'm saying
Absolutely.
is, as far as like you said, it's not so. So was our black business community stolen from us? Or did we lose it?
No. So much has been taken from us already.
It was taken?
Yes.
So much has already been taken from us. So even when you look at forms of education, our kids had better educational systems when we were growing up. Now our educational system sucks. The mayor even said it, I heard, at the last little forum that they were in. So where we as parents are not being proactive, even in the educational system of the schools that we pay taxes to, right? We supposed to all be in there fighting like crazy right now to make sure our kids getting better reading materials, books in all of the schools that they're in, better learning facilities. They don't even touch technology barely in school, and we live inside of technology.
They don't even teach them cursive writing.
But that's old writing though. That's
Right.
We're going to technology.
So now, and we as parents though, me, you, Rob, and this young lady right here, we can all sit down and say, we're gonna build a center for our children.
I agree with that.
Straight like
I
that.
agree with you on
Right,
that.
so we have to become proactive
Yes.
on what we decide we want to do
And not
next.
reactive.
And this is
I feel
the forward thinking process now. What do we want to do next? Because we have to leave something behind for our children who
I
right now
agree
can't
100%
fend for
with that.
themselves.
Absolutely.
Right, and we have to leave a thought process
Absolutely.
in a thing that they can build off of. To go into the future, and if we're not doing our job, it's only going to get worse.
I mean, it's obvious. Like you said, it went from our personal own Black Wall Street to
Nothing.
the Indians and to nothing.
We're last on the
it's
totem
really-
pole right now.
But how do we? Okay, like
No, I mean
that's
come on,
hurtful, man.
Listen,
That's real, but it's hurtful.
we know what
It's
we
hurtful.
know
We
already,
have been
right?
stripped.
And we're not gonna keep
That's
we're not gonna keep
crazy.
playing the same broken record. Like I said, it's time to fix it, dog.
gotta-
Let's
Right.
fix it.
That's right.
Let's be proactive, but we have to stop being scared. We have to stop being fearful of our success, right? We have to stop being afraid to take chances and risks now. We came from the streets taking risks with our lives, family.
Okay.
Real.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I could walk in any meeting now and talk any kind of talk, knowing I'm not going to jail anymore, Lord.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I crash and burn businesses and build new businesses to pay the old bills, but they don't want you to go to jail. They just want you to pay the taxes.
That's true.
That's
Like,
it.
come on, man. All you got to do is start becoming creative. Whatever you like to do, start trying to do it for yourself.
So I mean,
Respect right there.
So let me ask another question. I'll be asking a lot of questions like every show, y'all. I mean, call-ins are welcome. We want everybody input. Let's get the conversation going. Is Black economics attached to civil rights?
Yeah.
So, civil rights.
Who
and
wanna
black
go
economics.
first?
I don't.
Like
Me
I mean,
personally, I want to deal with black
is our
economics.
right? Is our rights? Is our right? Is our rights in our power? Is our civil rights in our power? Is our in our economic power? Because like our last show, somebody said that we don't own nothing,
Right.
so we're not respected.
Right.
So-
right.
Let me take the phone call, Sean. Then we're gonna
Go
go.
ahead.
Thank you for calling the Make You Wanna Holla podcast. State your piece.
Yeah, this is Rock.
Well, how you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Mr. Drywall.
One quick question. You said what happened to black business in New Haven. One of the things that happened is we got black people not supporting black business.
Whew, that's gonna be enough thing I was gonna say. I mean, that's the truth.
So this is what I learned
I've been
as
here
a.
I've been here since '78. I grew up in the Oilville, and even when you open up a black business, you know, black people don't really support you.
But we used to though, right?
No.
So what happened?
I'm gonna agree to disagree though.
All of us don't.
Because
I try to.
Now listen. First of all, you have to ask yourself, what product do you sell? What service do you provide? Right? Because everybody don't need it.
That's true.
So me, I look at it like this. I sell business cards and flyers and things like that, right? But I'm not mad if you don't buy business cards from me. They got business cards online for $11.
So is corporate America the one who took the small businessman
Now-
out?
No, but right. So when I start educating you though to the fact that what our economic dollars do for us when we decide to start empowering ourselves and passing the dollar around, then you're gonna think differently on how you decide to spend your money.
That's true.
You can't really make an educated decision with lacks of information.
Go ahead, Corey. Got something else you want to say?
Yeah, and so you know, you got to start investing in us. You know what I mean? And we're not doing it.
I agree.
You know what I mean? The black businesses that are here, if we start investing in them, the black businesses, they're gonna hire black people. You know what I mean? The young kids is coming up. They don't got no role models to look up to because there's no businesses. You know what I mean? In our community, like what they see is what they look forward to be when they get older. So if we're gonna talk about something and keeping it real, like, you know, there's people who've been in the street game, people who've been business. You know, these kids, we need to show them some business.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
True.
Opportunities where they don't get jammed up, and we're not doing that in our community. And we're not having conversation about that, because if you're talking about be real about it, let's be real about that. Like when we look at it in New Hallville, what we got in New Hallville where we can stop these kids from doing what they're doing. You can't just be talking to kids, telling them you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, but you ain't got no avenue for them.
But most
tell
parents,
them what they should be
only
doing
have
and
jobs,
give
and
them a
that's
better
all they really
situation.
know. So that's the only thing they can steer
So
their
we
children
have
to
to
is
show
jobs,
them.
right?
So we have to show them. Show them.
Right.
Like
So,
he's saying, we have to show them.
but the entrepreneurs, you know, we do our best, but what it is the overall community has a lack of information when it comes to financial education, community development, what the power of your dollar can actually do for a community for a culture and for people, right?
We got about 5-6 churches on Dixwell Avenue. On Sunday, the streets is lit. All these black people that come to these churches, the majority of them own properties.
Yeah, that's gonna be the crazy
thing. Do they
thing.
reach out to the kids in the community and say, let's get them to clean up the yards? Like we could create our own opportunities.
I agree.
We're not even doing it.
I agree.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I agree.
These people grew up in our community. They move out of the community and they don't come back to help.
So what we got to ask ourselves.
And that's not making it. Making it is when you look around and somebody else look like you. These people, they from our community. They get out of our community and they come to church here.
He telling the truth.
Why don't they try to figure out how to help these kids?
You absolutely right, Rock. But this is what I have to say. Why not you?
Sean, you talking to the wrong person.
No, listen. No, I know. Wait. I know what you do. I know what you do already.
No, he's not saying that you.
I'm not trying to say you don't. No, Rock. I'm not trying to say you don't do nothing, Rock. I know what you do already, Rock.
No, he's not saying you. He's talking about us as you.
I know what you do, right? I know what you do. I know what Cameron does. I know what I do.
But he's not saying you.
So you don't know what I do.
Rock,
a lot of stuff I do, I don't talk about.
No, he's not saying you.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
He's saying
you,
like
I know
us.
you provide
like
jobs to people, right?
He's saying us as
I know you provide jobs to people, but what I'm saying is we always start looking outside of ourselves and saying what other people should do, right? Yeah. Let's stop worrying about what other people do and just do what you do, right? So you keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Hopefully we all can
that's not working. No, that's not enough.
Hopefully we can all get to a table.
Kids we not saving on a yearly basis. They dying in the street.
It's not an overnight success, Rock. Unfortunately,
they dying in the street until we get everybody.
Listen, nobody knows better than me about kids dying in the street, Rock. I lost a son to the streets, Rock. But what I did realize, this shit is not an overnight success. Yeah. It is a process.
Take a minute.
People do not have the mindset of the same things that we're thinking about. Some people just don't care, right? So we have to try to figure out how do we get all the people that do care to sit down at a table
that's what I would like.
and become one more big, powerful hand that cares, that we can actually encompass a bigger circumference of kids at one time and stop sitting around pointing fingers at each other with these big egos about what I'm doing and what this person not doing. No, what are we doing collectively together as a unit? What are you willing to sacrifice to sit with other men and other women and make this work?
That's what we got. Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. Keep watching. I appreciate you phone calling.
That's the reason why we're sitting here doing this right now.
Because you know, like I mentioned one time on another show that in the early 1900s, it was a talented 10th. They sat down, a bunch of educated men who sat down and was about black economics.
Absolutely.
I mean, if every community could get something like that together, I think it'll leapfrog us to another level.
When's the last time we had that, though?
Right.
I would love to sit down.
Where have you heard that?
True indeed.
But guess what? And you're right. There are some people who do not care. They don't even elevate their minds enough to listen to what I'm saying.
But let's start the process. No, Rock Drywall.
But like I'm saying, but what he said, but like what he said, like that was gonna be one of my questions. Can the black church help us gain economic strength? Because you figure back in the 50s and 60s, the black church definitely was part of the economy.
Who owns the black churches, man?
I don't know. I'm not a church goer.
First of all, let's figure out who the owners of these things are.
I mean, that's one major place where money is pooled at.
If you're not the owner of this thing and you work for an entity and you get paid from this entity, then the entity of whoever the owner is decides where the money goes.
True indeed.
Like that.
But I mean, can they help us? Is that a way
I don't know.
That could be an individual.
I would wish they could, right? But we've been wishing on that star for how long?
But that has to be maybe an individual somebody saying, no, this is something I'm willing to do.
Because most of the black churches were owned by the churchgoers at one time.
Yeah,
we still have a few in our in our city, right? But all of the black churches are not owned by the black owners and the members. This is what I'm saying. The owners decide where the money goes at the end of the day. They're the ones that pull the purse strings.
I mean, so we can't depend on the black church to help us.
No, we have to depend on the people inside. See, the people make
inside
the church,
right?
Yes, you educate the people inside the church, which are our family members, our grandparents, our aunts, our uncles, our sisters and brothers about black economics and what our dollars can do for us, then we would see different things happening, right? But until the education of financial education and commerce is really looked at like for us like it's a religion, we ain't gonna really get too far, fam. We keep money. We burn through money.
We
average
money.
My average friend list, I guarantee you, got at least $10,000 worth of clothes in their closet.
I could believe that.
But I guarantee you, most of them don't have the same amount in their bank account.
Nah.
Me included. Right, so it
I don't
goes
like
without saying.
$10,000 for clothes neither, though.
Not hardly.
But so right, when you think about it, though, we've spent money on things frivolously
that
they
word
have
right out my mouth.
No effect on our future financial,
nothing, period.
Our futures in our family futures and the legacies we could have left behind, right? But we have information now, and it's not even for me to want to keep the information anymore, right? I don't try to keep information. I try to provide the information and knock down as many walls as possible, so that way my children can run when they get old enough, wise enough, and willing enough,
Absolutely.
right? I want them to have all the opportunities that we can't have. We need to create banks for them. We need to be able to create things that they can just tap into.
Listen, I was trying to do
systems
like you said,
that actually work, that provide success.
I was actually trying to bank with a black bank, and like the closest one was in Boston.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they exist though, but
but
sometimes we have to
we
go
don't
out.
own many.
Sometimes we have to go out of our way though to make sure we still do the banking with the black bank and go in there and really talk to the people and establish ourselves, because when we establish ourselves as black business owners coming to do business in the capacity of culture building, you know, economic development in our communities for our people, they look at us a little bit differently and they might make different decisions when it comes to giving away finances for things.
Okay, so let me scratch. So the black church is out of it. We can't.
Listen, you can't scratch anybody out of it. Like I said, those are our,
how do we approach them?
We have to approach them with a plan.
That's
a business plan.
Yeah.
We approach our people with a business plan. Trust me, they're going to want to look it over at least. We like money.
Right.
So okay, so let me go back to my original question. Is black economics attached to civil rights? I'm asking this because, like I said,
it is.
The last show, it was like we did Black Lives Matter, and we were talking about, you know, us not having no power, no economic power, so we get treated a certain kind of way.
Of course, we can't defend ourselves. We don't have enough information to empower ourselves in areas of defense and things like that, because we don't understand the power of our dollars. We spend the most money in the world, family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now we're actually into the trillions of dollars. We've surpassed the billions and went into the trillions.
So how do we let's get the groundwork going. How do we start educating other people?
So now this is, you know, I'm co-founder of Sport Academy.
Yep.
You know,
There you go.
We teach life skills through chess, but chess has so many components and so many developmental opportunities. It's ridiculous, right?
Definitely.
So I've been working on financial education, which is the next piece that I'm going to be bringing into the academy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
For kids, for young adults, and for older adults, right?
Okay.
Right.
The importance of it is we all have to start somewhere.
I mean, you're doing the right thing right there,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean,
Yes.
like I said, Seth brought your program up show one. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I remember, I think I sponsored a quarter.
No, definitely.
I did.
And we definitely appreciate it. You did
Yeah,
sponsor
definitely.
one of
I
our
mean, like you came to me early, like, and I'm
Right.
like, wow, like this is a great look right here, man.
one of our national chess days. So, you know, yearly we have chess tournaments and the National Chess Day. We get several sponsors from the community. Listen, we've been doing this since 2013 with no funding. All of our funding for every big event, small event, anything that we've been doing, every chessboard that we almost purchased have been coming from donations throughout the community,
That's
or
what's up.
from ourselves,
That's
right?
what's
Because
up.
we're community.
You in
That's
community.
That's what's up.
At the end of the day, you know, our job is to show the community that it does fund things that it cares about.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And it's our job to expose this to ourselves once more, man, because we live here. These are our children. These are our parents. These are our family members and friends, and if we don't do something to change the culture and the way we see things, our kids are going to be in a worse way.
Can it get so you feel it could get worse? We don't own nothing.
Yes, it could get worse. But and this is the problem. People don't believe. Why won't you believe in the future?
I believe in the future.
We say we believe in the future, but you don't want to invest in it because
I know I want to invest.
Most people think it's too late for themselves, but it's never too late.
Never too late.
It's never too late.
Too
So
late.
you can start today.
Let me say this, and I'm glad you brought that up. And I don't mind telling my age. I'm 48, but it actually took me maybe about, I want to say maybe 5 or 6 years ago to get my finances in order. Right. They were a wreck. You understand what I mean? Terrible. But I guarantee you, I knew how to bounce that check. I mean, keep that checkbook in order. Savings. I'm on point. And what I'm teaching my kids, listen, you don't go out because you make $1, you spend $1.
Right.
Save that money.
It's about becoming educated and
becoming
then passing
educated.
the educated on.
See, I became frugal at this age.
Listen,
you understand what I'm saying?
You're not the only one. I'm trying to figure it out every day. Like I said, the financial education is not just for the community; it's for myself as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm a student for life. We are students inside the academy, just like we are a founder
and one more thing I want to say. You know, like when we talk about how much money we spending on clothes and idiotic things, get some life insurance. You know,
I mean,
listen, man. That's
but you know, in the business class that me and Sean was in together, this white guy, no, he was a black guy. I think he was an accountant. He said, you know, one of the biggest way, I don't know how to word it. He said one of the ways that white people pass on wealth is through insurance policies.
Whole life insurance policy.
Yes.
He's like,
you a big enough whole life insurance policy. You get to borrow from your whole life insurance policy.
I was like, yo, that is amazing. But I mean, it's true. I mean,
you not.
It's information that's been passed down through their generations, right? That we haven't had access to. Now that we have access to, we have to just start doing it. It's a process, and it begins with us.
And just to say, you know why I brought up the life insurance thing is because, you know, I think that's important far as black, you know, all that play a role because you know what, people got to go on Facebook and ask for dough. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, but it happens.
I was kind of like one of those people.
But it happens.
Right?
But let me say this.
I get that. No, but I'm not saying that in a negative way. But what I'm saying is my mother my mother passed away almost 10 years ago. And my mother said to me, I'm going to make sure I have life insurance. And she kept telling me in my 20s, you know, you don't think like that. I ain't going to, you know, whatever. But when my mother died and I seen that, she was able to bury everything.
Don't give me, I mean, I lost my mother.
Me up.
Listen.
And immediately.
Listen.
That
when my mother passed away, she left a large policy and stocks in the 401k to me. I just was too young that I ran through it
to understand
but you still want to do things like that to give yourself
so I was on point with that.
Absolutely.
Know what I mean? I was on point as an adult to make sure that if I pass, I'm leaving something behind. But when the guy mentioned it in the business class, he was like, you know, like, don't let your death not leave something for your kids to gain from. Like, not just have a policy enough to put you in the ground. I mean, like, leaving enough that they're gonna be good.
That's startup money, at least a couple hundred.
That was like wow.
We don't know. We don't understand. We could leave millions of dollars
behind
for pennies on the dollar.
Yes,
you know, we just don't. But it's not taught in our educational system. It's not taught really anywhere.
So the school system is cheating our kids.
No, we're cheating our kids.
We're cheating our kids. Yeah.
Again, I don't like to point fingers at anybody.
I feel you saying
anymore,
I mean, we had to
start
with us. That's
because
I
I believe in doing things now.
Yes.
You know, now I understand that I was hustling in the street, shooting at people, shooting at police, shooting at everybody. You name it, I did it. Right. But when I went into that activity, it wasn't for my son to be doing anything of the sort.
Yeah, of course.
My goal was to be.
Listen, you said you do what you do for yourself.
Having them in a much elevated situation, right? But we all fell short of our task because I don't believe any of us went in there like that, right? But we see the result at the moment.
Absolutely.
We're losing.
Right.
And it's going to take guys like us to start rebuilding, to start winning because it's plenty of kids out here that's doing great things. I was bouncing at Terminal 110 last night. Man, I witnessed so many of my friends' sons, man, all my son friends coming through this door. And they look like we looked in the 80s.
Yeah, I heard. The great thing is I heard somebody say,
they look like we looked in the 80s and early 90s. Baby.
I was like, it's out there like that still?
I was proud of them, but at the same time, I said, yo, we got to get them out.
Yes.
Now, right.
We got to give them a better chance.
Because someone said that. They was like, yo, them kids were coming in with pockets full.
Nah, but you got to understand, some of them got clothing lines, though. These dudes selling clothes. These dudes, when I say they look real good, these dudes look good with their own attire on.
That's what's up.
With their own attire on. I
feel technology has opened the game up for everyone to definitely take their shot.
Nobody should
American
be
dream.
putting their lives on the line for money anymore.
I agree. 100.
Technology cracked it wide open. You could get money in your sleep if you become that smart.
Right.
I mean, I wish technology was where it was at in the 90s for me. I know I would have took it. I would have been.
Come on, man.
On a whole nother level.
Again.
But I mean, how do us as black people, as me and you, black business owners, I'm gonna say it for me and you right now,
right?
And my man, like he called in, like he said, give jobs,
right?
But how do we? I mean, like a true, like you say, you could have programs. You want people to come to programs, but I know as a business owner myself, my time is short to none.
So don't look at it as giving a job, right? Take on an apprentice. You have to find people that are first willing and wanting to learn.
But I want to teach. Exactly.
When they're willing and wanting to learn, you can take on an apprentice. So sometimes those guys don't even want money. They want the knowledge. You know, you got to explain to them that the knowledge is more valuable than the dollar. Because they can take the knowledge on the road with them. They can get all the dollars they want, but when they leave you, can they still make money for themselves in the same thing that they've been doing? That's the question, and most of them don't even try to learn the business. They don't ask questions. You know what I mean? So our goal is to start building up their interests differently. We have to start showing them better ways and better opportunities so that way they see dollar signs on where they're at now. We just have to show them dollar signs where they can be, all the plus signs that go with it.
Right.
No police over their back. They don't got to carry guns and whatnot no more.
They
ain't got to worry about the jailhouse and the institution. Right now, we can start figuring better things to do with our time and how do we really crack the egg and get out the system.
Absolutely.
That's true.
I agree.
Because that's the things that they're going to be working on in the future. If we do our job, right? So that way, when they have their kids might not come up in the system.
Okay, so let's say did I mean, because like you said, I didn't grow up in the Ville, but I constantly hear stories about even what was that black business program on Dixwood.
Oh, the Greater New Haven Business and Professionals.
If you go on their website, you see they formal dinners and stuff. It was beautiful.
It was black business galore here.
Yes, like I mean, like black tie events that was like they look like resemble any Fortune 500 company black tie event.
But the village had a different mindset at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. So did we get lost? Did the generation before us?
Yeah, our parents got lost. They got lost in drugs and alcohol before we did. They got lost in the aspect of drinking the drugs and alcohol. Some of them selling, but we really just started selling the drugs more so. And got super lost and didn't want to even try to take on the opportunities even with the money.
Product of our own environment.
Right, so it was just a downhill slope because the information wasn't being disseminated properly. And again, somebody got to pump the brakes and decide that we want to start sharing because as you can see, we've been in programs where people don't like to share information. I
try my best to share information. But it's amazing that like I went to a SBA meeting. And when I went, I shared it on my page. I think I got 2 likes. I don't think no one went. I was like, yo, go down here. They showing you how to start your business.
Right.
I shared MC. A lot of people try to say, hey, y'all don't do nothing for the community. If you live in New Haven, go to MC. They will help you start your business. They will give you seed money. They show you how to write a business plan. I mean, and I learned that through a government program.
Yo, did I share that information?
No, we was in the program together when the person came in.
In 2008, me, my cousin, and my brother started a business.
You already went to it before.
LMC gave us 2 loans. So by before 2010, we already acquired $7,000 worth of seed money for startup business through LMC. Plus, these guys came in, set our whole point of sale system up. Wind up. Matter of fact, let me start back. They wind
Explain
up.
LMC first. Explain
So
LMC.
LMC, I can't explain it now, right? Because they're different now. They're not the same anymore. I've been checking, and they're not. They're doing some things differently, but it's actually like a startup business program where they help you take a business ideal, if that's all you have, put it into a business plan with projections and everything to help you get a loan to get started on a business.
And who runs LMC?
LMC is ran by Yale students.
You can't ask for better.
Listen, and they have
and it's free.
And it's free.
Wow.
And it's free.
Wow, that's
I shared that. I think one person went.
It's free.
That's what I put on my
must
page.
miss that.
I put on my page like, yo, I literally documented the whole process from my first meeting to me doing my business presentation to the group.
Right.
And to actually how much they end up giving me.
When we went through it, we were featured. And then one of our apprentice that we had in Bridgeport, his name is Flan Manley. He went through it and he was featured. Now he has a store over in Shelton, Connecticut.
And I mean, I shared the program. One person went and showed. I showed to say they went and they completed the program. I'm like, I got literally probably close to 2,000 friends. One person went, and I'm telling you, this information is there. They went with me to go set up my business account and everything.
But see,
everybody's
you know what?
not interested in
and I was going to say, sometimes
everybody not, but we gotta.
But sometimes the mindset
take advantage of the information.
Sometimes when the mindset is not elevated,
we don't
to
understand
be at
what
that
the information
level,
could do for us. Some of us.
Then why? Because somebody could look at that and be like, they just not mentally prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it just takes growth.
No, but let's look at it from a different perspective. How about we don't worry about the adults that have access to go and get what they want? Let's worry about the kids that don't have the access to actually go and get what they want. Let's make sure they have the information at their disposal. 10 and 20 years down the line, man, our communities can grow into real communities again.
I hope
right?
so. Yes.
They can if we do our job. Our children are waiting to learn from us right now, right? And it's what we decide to teach them, which fuels their futures.
Like you said, but one thing you said that was kind of interesting when you was like, we were discussing Howard Skin. I don't know if before the mics came on or after.
No, before. No,
during.
Yeah, we talking about
say with my business, I try my best to get my daughter to come aboard, work. No interest at all.
What is she interested in? Don't worry about your business with her. Worry about what she want to do for herself in the future.
Period. So, I want to pass it along.
Teach her the aspects of business, then not what your business does. Teach her how to run the books. Maybe let her be the accountant for your business, right? But what does she? So
she don't want no parts of the business.
What does she like to do?
Oh man, I don't know.
Figure that out.
I try to get
figure that out, and then figure that out, and then help feed that. If it's viable for a good future for her, right? Because sometimes I didn't want to do what my grandfather did, right? I know how to fix tires. I enjoy it. It's no problem, but I didn't want to do it.
You didn't want to do it.
Right?
I know what you're saying.
But I want to do other things, and somebody had to feed me information to let me do those things, right? Because I wanted to hustle, and when I wanted to hustle, I wouldn't learn.
Well, we came up in a tough era. I mean,
right. So different times and different minds, and right now we're back online. So if we're back online, let's give the information away accordingly.
Yes.
Let's not worry about the past. Let's worry about the present and the future, because we have the opportunity to change it.
So is there opportunity for us to take back our community?
Absolutely.
Can we take it back one corner store at a time? I know one black corner store owner, and he's on corner of Greene and what's that? I can't think of Cross Street, but it's in Fairhaven. It's a black. I walked into the store one day. I don't know him. Walked in the store one day, see him behind the counter. I'm like, you work. First time I'm like, okay, he work here. Second time I'm like, this you? He like, yeah. I was
Right,
like,
right.
oh. He's like, why you shocked? Like, yo, I ain't never walked in the corner store owned by a black person.
Wow.
I mean, do you know anyone? I mean,
It's a few corner stores around here owned by blacks, right?
Point me there.
Again, the goal is about evolution. We have corner stores in our community that are not providing anything good for the community.
Yeah, but we gotta get them back.
Or the kids.
I'm gonna start the groundwork there.
But it's not even about the people that own the stores. Let's start with the products that we looking for in the stores,
Absolutely.
right? Because they sell us everything we want. Junk food. We run in there for junk, and that's what they giving us, junk. So we can't complain that they're giving us junk, because our people giving us junk too.
But we can complain about how they treat us.
Now, if you complain about, like me personally, I just left the Welly Exxon or whatever that gas station is, the Mobile right there on Welly and Sherman. And it's one of these guys that work in there. He likes to play around with everybody a lot. So he always, what's up, homeboy, or nigga this, or such and such, right? So tonight he comes from around the counter and jabs his finger in my side, talking about some run that. Then he walked outside. So when I got out there, I ran up on him and said, listen, I don't know who you think I am, but I'm not like the rest of these people.
I hear that.
Where I come from, I should have punched you in your face for that. You're disrespectful, and I keep telling you, stop disrespecting me. You're not going to talk to me any old kind of way. You're not going to take my money any old kind of way. You're not going to put it back in my hand any old kind of way. And you damn sure not going to play with me in those ways. Not being the person that I am.
But they don't respect our kids either.
Because nobody's demanding respect, fam.
Absolutely.
When they go in the place, they don't understand what their dollars can and can't do for them.
I agree.
Straight like that.
Let's straighten out the information in the way we're disseminating it, and trust me, you'll see the change. You change because you got information.
Yeah.
I changed because I got information. I watched my brother, my cousin, we all transformed due to information. We have to know how to educate ourselves and educate our kids. And if we ain't doing our job, we can't blame it on the foreigners that came in here and put the businesses in place when we didn't want to own them.
Do it. That's right.
We can't blame them. Now it's, if we want to change things, let's figure out ways and make plans to change.
Let me disagree with you on that a little though, Sean. I blame them because I blame society as a whole. So let's say the Indian dude come over here, the Chinese man. I mean, like you said, they are financial literate. They have financial literacy. They know their credit ain't bad, so they able to get the loans to buy the gas station from the white man that used to own it. Then now they own it.
Let's blame the United States of America for violating the international laws of people. Let's blame the people we're really supposed to be blamed at. Let's blame the international laws that are being violated by this country, right? Due to the lack of information, we ain't never gonna get ahead. We gotta change our information and what we're looking for as far as a culture. We don't even claim ourselves as a people. We know we're considered 3/5 of a man here, not trying to figure out how to take back our humanness first, so that way we can prosper as a culture and as a people family. Like these conversations are bigger than just a couple of dollars, man, in corner stores,
yeah,
baby.
definitely. But I'm
Sean,
saying
you preaching right now, Sean.
I'm just saying, as far as the community, we gotta take our.
We don't
community
have
back.
a community because we ain't trying to teach the community.
Absolutely.
We busy sitting on these conversations with the
but
butts and the butts and the butts. It ain't
know,
can't be
it's
no
crazy
more
you say
butts,
that.
man. It either gotta be we gonna do it or we not family.
Yo, the former owner of the Clippers, when he was going through his little issue, and they were like, "Oh, Magic Johnson do so much for the black community." He was like, "What black community?" He was like, "Yo, we the Jewish people, we give each other no interest loans." We help build each other up. When he go to the hospital and kiss a couple of babies.
They have a system that's been in place for decades and centuries. We don't have a system, family. Like, we could look at people, and if we decide, let's model ourselves after those systems, right? Because we know they work.
Right.
But let's stop blaming people, man. Let's stop
Right.
pointing
I don't
fingers,
want to blame
man.
nobody.
I'm tired of that, man. I don't got no time for that.
Blame nobody.
I know that with
I
every
want-
problem, there's a solution, and with solutions, money come behind those things, right? So let's be solution gatherers, and trust me, we're gonna be rich all over the place.
I agree, but like I said, as far as like, I mean, I'm starting, like you said, you doing your thing. No doubt about it. Like I witnessed it personally myself. You know what I mean? You reached out to me and were like, yo, I'm running this chess club. You know what I mean? So I seen it from day one what you do.
Right.
So, but I'm like, I mean, I believe in baby steps. So I'm like at one block at a time. Like you said, Dixwell Avenue. Is that plaza? Is there a black business in that plaza right now?
There are black businesses in that plaza right now.
It is?
Several black businesses in that plaza. BWAC is in that plaza. They just got a nature food store inside.
And it's black owned?
It's black owned, and he does holistic, real like edge of the woods types of things inside the store. Right next door to BWAC. You still got the Greater New Haven that's there.
Yeah. What about the Stetson Library?
Is Greater New Haven
the Stetson
doing
Library's on the city of New Haven. That's the city stuff. But it has Miss Diane, which is the black director.
Yeah.
She's been over there forever. For
right,
sure.
right.
That's the mother of Dixwell Avenue.
What's that?
Call her Miss Diane at the Stetson Library. But that's city stuff.
City stuff.
But they even so. It might be a few co-owner, I think, kind of activities going on with the corner store thing now, because I do see a black face behind the counter, and I did talk to the young man, and he did say that he was an owner, but he didn't tell me that he was a co-owner. I found out through other sources, if you got your money in play, family, you an owner in my owner in my book, right? You get to make decisions, so it's on and popping. Let's keep that one rolling, right? Like I would accept that one because we could probably talk to the brother and get him to come to an understanding of what we're looking for as community members. But we got to learn what we're looking for, and then we got to tell these people what we want, right? And until we start understanding that and doing those things, they're gonna provide everything that they think that we want, which is all garbage.
That's true. I mean, so do black businesses get judged harder by our own people?
Of course.
Is it fair?
It ain't about being fair.
But it's going back to what he
Let's
said.
talk about being successful. So when we started Ready for Print, my cousin one day told me, like, yo, you too hard in their shop. He said customers scared of you at the counter. You don't smile, you don't do nothing, right? I knew what he was talking about because that's just me. I got my arms crossed in there. All I want to do is, I'm not trying to give out no deals because we can't afford to. Our price is already rock bottom, right? So this is what's on my mind. I'm still trying to be successful. But I learned. I became more successful. I closed more deals.
I understand that
through
part
customer
of it.
service.
But let's say what you feel, Tato. Go ahead.
What?
I mean, do you
No,
feel,
but this is through all races though, not just white, not just Chinese.
I don't
Black.
have many white Chinese friends, so I can't really go. But let's say like I seen an incident where someone went to someone's restaurant, and like I said, the order wasn't what they wanted it to be, and damn if they ain't tried to drag this business through the mud.
But what were they looking for too much? Is the
That's
question,
what I'm saying.
right?
So do we judge
I can't say all people
places
do.
we partake in, or rather
I can't say all people do.
now I ain't say all of us, but do black business as a whole, do you from your eye point, do we judge it?
We get judged harshly in everything that we do.
But for our own people.
Yes, our own people judge us more harshly than the outside world might do.
Don't open the door.
I mean, that's not fair to black business, though. One day, me and Rob were down here building. That's how we're going to mention this. I'm scared of black dollars.
No, just that door. Just the screen is open.
I don't know why.
I don't.
Why?
Because I don't like say I'm into commercial cleaning anyway.
Right.
So, but one of the reasons I don't say somebody asked me to do a carpet or floor in their house, I turn it down.
Why?
Because I don't want the judgment. Like I see them tear down. I see people tear down businesses when they try to. When I see it constantly. I see that we judge other black businesses different.
Yo, so let me ask you a question. Every customer that you did their carpet for or their floor has called you back?
Yes.
Every single one of them?
I can't say every single one. I don't
So
I'm in commercial. Once I get in the door with the carpet, I'm in the building.
Well, commercial. So for me, I sell products. Customers come. Some customers come. They get the product. They might not like the product, but didn't tell me they didn't like the product. Right. They didn't tell anybody else they didn't really like the product. They just thought they was going to get more for their money or whatever the case may be, right? Like, we're in business, and no business gets it 100% correct.
Right.
Nothing's perfect.
Nobody, none.
Right.
I never make, I don't try. I never sell myself as a perfect business.
One thing I learned about business is this: state your price. Either they're gonna pay or they're not. Right.
They definitely. Yeah.
So make sure your price that you state to the person is what you want for the work that you learned that you're gonna have to put in. So I learned not to try to discount a design because people always want 1,000 changes, right?
Right.
I learned
Right.
not to discount certain things
Right.
because then people expect the next day service, and when it don't come through, they call and cussing you out, right?
Right,
So
right.
get what you want to go through all the customer service hassles that every single business on the planet goes through.
Every single business
right?
goes through
every
it.
single business has a customer service department for a reason.
But I have literally seen people complain about black business, judge it on another level.
Because black business,
like either, like you say, either the price, they could complain like, oh, black business charge. Like, I mean, when you're dealing with white business, the price point gonna be a little different because they're dealing with a different kind of.
Why?
So, I mean, like it matter. Like, let's say, like if you go to I don't want to use nobody business as an example, but let's say you go to a pest control business. Let's just use that.
Right.
Oracle, whatever, Architect, whatever that name is, gonna be cheaper than Johnny's, your local Johnny you grew up with. Price because I mean they dealing with a corporate level, so you got. I mean,
not necessarily. Those just be franchise owners most of the time, fans.
So are you looking at it as a okay?
Let's take the phone call. We get back to it. Thanks for calling. Make Me Wanna Holla podcast. State your piece.
Hey, what's up, Cam? It's Ashanti.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. So listen, I think this show is dope, but I just wanted to add something.
Go ahead.
So I think that black entrepreneurship is amazing, right? And I've been to a couple of establishments that were beautiful. But my issue is with black entrepreneurship, we don't strive for that quality that other businesses strive for. I feel like at times we rely on the product or the service that we provide to do the talking for us, and that's it. When in reality, you're supposed to have an experience when you walk into an establishment, right?
I agree.
So there's no reason why I should walk into your establishment and you own it and you have your children running around. Wow, there's no reason why if you're an owner of an establishment that you have your child on your hip while you're trying to cash me out, but you can't do that because you're trying to breastfeed and your kid is whining at the same time. Like, I feel like we don't strive for that quality in our business like we're supposed to. And I feel like sometimes that's why we fail. And yes, we're not great at supporting each other, but I also feel like you have to give me an experience for me to walk into a nail salon to get my nails done, and I want to have an experience. I want you to meet me at the front door. Good afternoon, morning. How are you? Can I get you something to drink? Would you like some water, some coffee? You need to walk me into this place. Give me some type of consultation. Let me know your services and what it is that you provide. Don't just like even in New York where I live, the black hair salons that's owned by black hair salon owners. You walk in there, you can see the amount of dust and filth that's built up on their equipment that they're attempting to put in. They haven't cleaned. They haven't swept the floors. The chairs got holes in them. It's like, come on. At what point do we start to strive for that quality?
Right.
I agree with you 100%.
That's my issue.
I agree with you on that.
110%.
Yes.
Let me just say, it's not all. It's not all. Because, again, I've walked into some establishments where I was wowed. I was...
And those are the ones that
It's
get it
not
right.
even about the price
right.
of that.
Those are the ones that get it right. You don't even mind paying a high price in those places because the quality of and the services that provide are warranted.
Exactly what I was about to say. Exactly what I.
Right, and it's just an understanding
you walk into a BMW dealership. I mean, it's clean in there. Everything is white. It's clean. There's no fingerprints on the glass. They calling you by your last name. They asking you to come in. You could go in there. You could test drive anything. It's because of an experience. So then when you look at the prices, you're like, well, you know what? I don't mind paying that price because I know when I step through the door, they give me an experience and they make me feel like I'm the man for you know what I'm saying?
And every time you come back, they do the same.
As a whole, we need to strive for that quality.
Right.
I agree.
Right. I agree 110%.
Absolutely.
I agree. Thanks for calling, Ashanti.
110%.
All right, no problem. Thanks, y'all.
And again, like I said, it's customer service. Like, so we walk in Staples, and sometimes you're not even greeted at the door anymore, right? But we still go and spend the money.
Right.
So if you want to,
do we expect more from a black
but
Staples?
no, if you want to become a Staples, though, maybe you need to provide a little bit more than Staples does.
You got to.
Right. So
competition.
hey,
I hear you.
it's a competition thing. So again, now people looking to be wild and really treated like kings and queens coming through the door because their dollars warrant that. Those are the people that understand how their money works, right? The ones that don't understand how their money works, they go to the corner store. And when they don't have 5 cents after going there 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and the guy say you can't get the product, they run and get 5 cents from somebody and still come back and spend the money instead of never going back to the store again.
I mean,
right?
okay. So let's.
It's an understanding.
But I mean, I get what you're saying. But like I was saying, like I literally, I mean. Like somebody he left
we got a lot of work to do.
He said 99% of the black businesses supported by black people, which is true.
No, not necessarily. I don't look for black dollars in my business.
Let me jump to that then.
I look for business in my business.
Can black business survive with black dollars alone?
Yes, if the black community
outside of a barbershop.
If the black community had all of their mind state, we spend the most money in the world, so we couldn't say it couldn't happen. Right. It would happen if we were educated enough as a people, as a culture to do so, right? Right now, you can't depend on the black community to support things that you don't do. My friends have restaurants. Mm-hmm. I can't go to them on a regular basis. When I go, it's a cheat for me. First of all, I don't eat meat. Okay. I don't eat GMO products. I don't eat high fructose corn syrup stuff. They don't buy those things. They don't buy organic vegetables and stuff, right? So when I go, it's a cheat. I do it, but I'm still not the eat out every night guy, right? So you can't expect to see me 7 days a week in your joint. I don't drink, so I don't really go to a lot of bars. My friends have bars, right? They might see me in one of my other friends' bars, but when I'm in bars, I'm doing things. I'm a businessman. I got a business mind, right? But you can't expect just your own people to come walking through the door when you're a business owner. Business is about providing quality service and products to the world, baby. Not just to your people.
Listen. Kind of business I'm in.
You already know. You already know.
I don't.
You're not chasing dollars. You're chasing dollars. You're not chasing the color of somebody's skin.
That's right. I'm definitely not chasing the color of somebody's skin. Man. But let's say give an example. Like you say, friends own bars and stuff. I mean, I was in the bar business with my aunt, and I never wanted my name attached to it. Not because of no other junk, just because I feel the black. I'm keeping it real, y'all. Don't get upset with me, man. I'm just keeping it funky.
Keep it a buck.
I feel that if black people that spending dollars with you feel that you are getting too successful, the dollars will stop.
Listen to me. So we started our business in 2008, and it was in Bridgeport. My cousins and them kind of wanted to come to New Haven kind of sooner, and I was like, nah, right? Let's make sure we just doing good business, right? People don't have to know where the flyers coming from.
Right.
Yes.
Let them just get the flyers on time, right? Let the quality be good.
Right.
Then when they find out they already made a decision to do business with us, why would they not do business with us, right? And you don't get everything right. You mess up some orders. Nothing is perfect, right? You do your best and you strive to do your best and you keep striving to do your best to become successful. But you have to go and look at business that are successful and see the things that they do in order to become successful.
Like
We're lacking.
Can't be afraid to take that risk.
So you can't be afraid to take that risk. Like I was saying,
let me just real quick. We don't have a lot of money. We're an impoverished community, right? We don't understand that the money that we do have, what to do with it. So when we're an impoverished community that doesn't really have a lot of money, we can't spend a lot of money. So we spend the money with the things that we know we like already, versus what we don't know we like, and things
like I was
saying,
like, listen, I have seen people who own establishments, right? Bars. I'm gonna use that as an example of bars. And I have heard people literally say, I spend too much money in there. Somebody brought a car or something, and I ain't paying for that car. So I'm like, yo, like me personally,
that's jealousy.
I would, but that's in our community for real.
Yeah, of course. Nobody.
Well, guess
so
what?
we
That
already
one
know about
person
the
not
crab in
gonna
the barrel
stop
syndrome.
No, but I don't see establishments.
Why would you worry about that?
No, I'm just saying. Let's say if I wanted to create a business that I wanted to serve my people, right?
Make sure you got something they always want.
But
you can't
make
worry
sure
about,
you got something. No, make sure you're the only one that has something that they always want.
Let's say like something general as a restaurant,
right?
Or a bar or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Like honestly, like when my aunt had Jackie Blue Cafe when I was in there,
right.
I never wanted my name attached to it,
right?
Because I was like, I wanted her to, she older.
Right,
I mean, she's shooting for older crowd anyway. But I'm like, yo, I've seen people say, yes, I'm not gonna spend X amount of dollars no more at such and such spot because they felt that they're supporting you to a point where you are advancing.
Yo, but it's cool. They're just uneducated people, Lord. You can't.
I mean, it's scary.
But you can't.
Right.
What you mean is you can't be mad at the lack of education.
Do we have to hide? Do we?
Absolutely.
You can't be mad at the lack of education.
Man,
if anything, educate the people what the dollar could do for them.
Absolutely.
When you tell them spending the dollar with you help you be able to provide a job for her son, right?
I agree.
She'll think about that, and then she.
But let's say you become successful like this. I mean, how do we break that? We do education break that mindset. Let's say like if I become successful,
you
and
can't let nobody stop your mindset
let me finish.
from becoming successful.
But let's say I become. Let's say
you're already successful.
Yeah, but let's say it's come to a point where
what?
Let's say I become successful. I had a business that was serving the black community for real, right? Let's say Sandra don't go through it for some reason. They don't
because they servicing the black community, and the black community feel her food. The ones that don't eat.
Older.
The ones that don't go eat. No. They used to talk mad crap about Sandra.
They people still, but I mean, they doing their thing on another level. I respect
so they don't care, right? They're still doing business.
But what I'm saying
still doing business.
They can't make everybody happy.
Would
they understand
the dollars like? It's a shame that you would. I personally, let's say if I had a business that literally catered to the black community, I would be scared to show the success of the business.
Why?
Because I would feel the dollars would dry up once people feel that there are. I'm going to another level with their dollars.
That's your own personal feeling, though, Cam.
I seen people stop going to spots literally because they felt the person was making too much money.
But what that
got to do with you,
people,
Cam?
I don't see spots closed on the strength of that.
What that got to do with you, Cam?
Not me personally.
The spot closed because it wasn't doing good business, Cam.
It was doing great business
so
at one time.
Those people wait. That whole business
Can I just stop you for 1 second?
Ahead,
if you're doing business with the world instead of just one set of people, no man, business is not based. Business is not based on black dollars, Cam.
I agree with you.
Business is based on doing business. This is what I'm saying. So that business owner had the wrong mindset. He didn't set himself up to be successful. He's looking for dollars. He's trying to rob his own people. Probably basically.
Your own people. Wait. Bar or club or something.
All right. So
you're not robbing your own people.
It's not.
I'm providing a service,
right.
Service,
so, all right,
and everybody
that's my mistake. We're not gonna even call it robbing your own people, right? So this is what I'm saying. If you can't expect your own people to entertain your bar 7 days a week, why not cater to the colleges? Why not cater to the to a culture that doesn't have a bar to go to for a night or two, right? So those things is what creates success. Not trying to say I'm only taking black dollars. I ain't taking. If a white person come through my door, I'm not taking their money.
You're gonna take all money. This one I say Saturday night hip hop
night. But you're supposed to be trying to generate all money too, though. You're not just supposed to be taking the money. You're supposed to be trying to generate it. The minute you brought a car or something, your business dry. They was loving you until they seen you successful. Trust me, man. That ain't what happened. That ain't what happened. That's not what happened. What you seen, but trust me, that ain't what happened. Why would they even go to the bar if they didn't want to see him successful? Exactly, because they didn't think the person was going to be able to take the dollars generated and advance themselves. It's sad, but it's the truth. I seen it happen. Oh well, so listen. At least they propel his success.
But they stopped it. They snatched it away just as quick as they feel that he was going to another
ignorance
level.
on their part,
But
because what they should have did was decide to ask the man how did he do it and how can you help me do the same thing. Right?
I agree.
It's ignorance on their part.
Listen, anybody I see doing something,
but why would why you be scared? Why would you be scared to be successful though, fam? This is what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, if
you're gonna be scared to be successful, then you need to go and move into the suburbs.
No. I'm talking about far as a
black person's rug.
No, I'm talking about far. Why would I be scared?
I want to go back to that.
Okay, let's go back to
that.
that.
Why would you be afraid to go into?
Because I feel the judgment of the business is harder. Let's go. Because I feel the judgment of a black business by a black person is harder than it would ever be on a white business.
So go above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Even if you go above and beyond. I'll give you another story. Me and Robin out here building our time.
I don't feel that.
I had a friend who got a pest control business, or had it. He retired now, but he said he did someone rental property, and he was like, he went in and did his thing. He was like, so he ended up going to an event, and the person who property he did was the female was there, and he was like, the whole time she mean mugging him. So he like, what up? How you doing? She was like, oh, you did a shitty job, excuse my language, on my apartments. He's like, what? Oh yeah, and I'm telling everybody how bad of a shitty job you did. Wow. He left the party, went and got her money, bring him in, and gave her money back, and say, yo, I'm done with it. Like, and he told me this story about 10 years ago before I had a business. It stuck with me.
No, why he didn't ask what could he do to help?
She said she was like, I'm done. Like, she just shut him down.
He never asked the question. What can I do to help?
Like I said, it was a while ago, but I mean, I just feel we judge harder. Thanks for calling Make Me Wanna Holla podcast. State your piece.
Hey, big man. I was listening to what you were saying. I agree somewhat with what you were saying, but now when it comes to like Shaq said, when it comes to a business is open to the world.
I agree.
So if you open your business based on a culture or neighborhood, first, before you open up your business, I'm pretty sure you did your homework.
Hopefully.
So if you go into this community knowing this community is lacking funds or whatever the case may be.
But when they start supporting, they snatch it, I'm feeling.
Go ahead. Say that. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Nah, I was getting ready to say, I mean, before you moving in, once you do your homework, I'm hoping that your whole intentions of moving into this community and putting your business there is to uplift this community.
I hope so, definitely.
Good thought.
So you can't go in thinking, like you said, oh, I would be ashamed to show my dollars from what I make in a black community. Because do you think the Hispanics or the Indians that's making money off of us right now, are they ashamed?
Exactly.
Are we worried about what
they're making? We don't care, but we care. I feel we care when we see a.
And this is what I'm saying.
I feel we care when we see a black person do it.
If you scared to show your success, then
what
are the kids looking for?
I don't deal with black dollars.
What are the kids looking forward to?
I don't.
I mean,
I don't deal with black dollars.
That's your personal choice, though. That's your business and that's your choice. It's okay. Long as you still succeed. Let's say if I did. Let's say if I catered to strictly,
if I did homes and I catered to strictly black dollars, I would. And this is just y'all could crucify me later on if y'all want to.
You will fail.
I would be scared to. But let's say if I was successful at doing it at the time, I would be scared to show my success.
But see, the way you're talking. Me personally, as a black person, I wouldn't want to spend my money in your business if you feel that type of way. Because at the end of the day, my money is the one that's going to help you pay your bills.
I know, I agree. I'm saying I would be scared because I would want nobody. Like I seen the conversation where people say, "I'm not paying for that man." I'm not paying for that.
What
man
it sounds like you saying?
I mean, I ain't saying everyone do it, but people do do it.
Why they ain't saying that about the preacher?
Exactly.
But listen,
why?
It sounds like you afraid.
He providing hope.
Listen,
you not.
I'm providing a service. But you know what somebody said?
But you got to realize what one person isn't successful in does not mean that you can't be successful in.
Absolutely.
I agree.
So,
I'm not saying one person.
Sit there and base your opinion on someone else's vision that you seen wasn't too great.
Right. That person might have got a level of success
against your
and a level of ignorance at the same time.
But I'm not saying one or two people. I'm saying I have seen people literally see. But no, someone not to cut you off. Someone I read once. Somebody said, that black dollars are scared to support other black people, or because they get upset that they seen you start from the same finish. Everybody started from the same line, but you advancing a little further than them. I didn't.
No.
All right, I gotta say, do you think white people have that same mindset?
No, they don't.
Okay, so listen, but why should you?
Listen.
Like Sean said, it should be about
it
should be about all money. So if you worried about black people defying your success or
you
your
don't even gotta be a
dollar.
business owner to get the same effect on the game, and you already know that.
Let me ask you this. If you're not with the black dollar, right?
No, I'm not saying I'm not with it. I'm just saying, go ahead.
I had this conversation with Shock not too long ago.
All right.
A person like me, how do you feel about this? I feel every store that's in, and I can only speak for New Haven, that's where I'm from.
All right.
But every store that's in New Haven that's been on these corners in these neighborhoods for years, but not once came out of their pocket and donated to what we got going on, whether it's a nonprofit for dancing, drill team, whatever. Now, we still support these people, but not once have anybody knocked on their door, which I'm planning on to, knocked on their door with a
100%.
list of nonprofits and say, listen, we supported you long enough. Now you have to support us back.
Yes.
So let me stop this conversation, right? Because
I agree with you, caller.
I was talking to my brother, and my brother shed some light on me. We can't force anybody to do anything. Not even those
if
business
they're taking
owners,
our
right?
dollars,
We
could force them.
Right?
Man.
No, listen to me.
We gotta force them.
The only way to force them is to provide your own and don't spend with them.
I agree with that.
That's the only way, right? And that's not even forcing them. That's making a decision to spend your money somewhere else because they're not doing something that you might think or honor that or think that they should honor, right? But that's making a decision to do something different. And I was glad my brother had dropped that jewel on me, right? Because that's almost like a strong arm tactic, fam. We're not here to strong arm nobody, right?
Yeah, but they say take our dollars.
No, but listen,
we can't take our dollars.
What I'm saying is,
we
don't understand our dollar family. So let's not blame the person that understand what dollars can do for them and came to our community and brung the corner store because we didn't open one. It wasn't one before they came, and the ones that was there was lacking, and they couldn't. They didn't have enough financial education to take care of themselves, so they fell. Right. Again, the goal is to become successful. How do we do that? We have to re-educate ourselves in areas of education that we think that we're good at, and found out that we're not. We have to educate our children so that way they could become more successful than we've ever been. We have to do it. We have to stop blaming people for what they did or didn't do or where they came from and didn't come from. Like, yo, it's us, man. Blame yourself. Re-educate yourself. Self-improvement is the basis for community development.
I
man.
agree. And like you said before, business is green.
Business is green.
Absolutely.
Business is green.
Business is green.
But always remember, what someone eat don't make you crap. So, when you see somebody business that's not, doing X, Y, and Z, then you'll see why. If you see it, then you know not to make that mistake.
Oh yeah,
and people probably smiling. Some people smile when my business didn't exist on Dixwell Avenue no more. I'm sure, right? But I have a business online. I have several businesses online, right? I'm an evolve version of a corner store, right?
Exactly.
And this is what they don't understand. So when they seen the corner store aspect of me close down, they thought the whole business shut down. So when they come see me now, they're like, "Shock, you still printing? You still in business?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in business. I'm just online now, just like Staples and Walgreens and Vista Print and everybody else, right? So you could go to www.rhrprints.com and pay for products and load up your file on the site. It'll send me an email. You'll have your stuff delivered to your house in a couple of days, right?
And that's what
that's the evolution of business in certain areas. Certain things don't require corner stores anymore. Certain things don't require that, right? And this is the aspect that we have to go to, man. Let's just get there, man. Don't worry about where people at now. Let's worry about where we're at as the people and what the information that we don't have, and let's try to get there. That's like going to the corner saying, yo, them dudes got all them big chains and we just starting out. What we gotta do, fam? We gotta grind. We gotta grind and we gotta save and we gotta grind and save until we can get to the big chain status, right? And it's because we worked the plan and we figured out what to do and then we did it, yo. We didn't keep pointing the finger and watching them jokers every day because we wasn't never gonna get there daydreaming.
That's true.
We had to put foot to the the pedal to the metal, foot to the ground, and make it happen. I mean, it's the same thing now.
But you also got to realize if you're going to put a business in one spot and you bank on that one spot, then you got to deal with what kind of success you get from that. But it's a world out here. It's a big enough world, and like Shock said, you know what I'm saying? If you thinking when people thought Shock joint shut down, yeah, they probably did say, oh, man, damn, he done hit the motherfucking bottom. But nah, even though it wasn't a business, to know how he spread his wings, but at the end of the day, he's a business person. He's an entrepreneur.
It is their business if they're looking for business cards and things.
For one spot.
It is their business, and I try to make sure I share.
Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks. I'm out.
But I just want to go back when you was talking about, it just made me think. It made me think about, Moore's Yard Care. How it was times where it was work done. Somebody hit us up. It's like. But we ain't like that job. So the first thing I said was, listen, we probably gonna lose this person, but it's about pride and quality. So next time we go hit a job, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. Maybe we missed something. But maybe we missed something.
That's a great example.
So what we doing
with your husband being in the service business and we're dealing with black customers, I know it has to be times that you literally be like, I'm good.
That has come up plenty of times. Like, I'm not messing with that. He's like, I'm not doing this. I heard
like,
that.
Nah, I'm
but
good.
Guess what?
Guess what? My man wants you to come through and look at his yard.
Guess what? I'm on the side going,
good.
But I'm on the side going, you know what? It's a business. It's how you start. But then you know what? But you know what?
We as business owners fuck up some jobs.
Absolutely.
Part of my French,
listen,
right?
What? I just had to go read over the weekend,
right? So the thing about how do we get better, right? How do you make customers more confident? Customers are confident due to referrals. If somebody called them and say, yo, listen, you dealt with them before? And they did a bad job, like, they did a good job at my spot.
We got a lot of our referrals like that. That's how ours came.
This is how it carries on. And again, sometimes you got to double back and say, listen, what can I do to fix this?
Absolutely.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? What can I do to fix this? Let me do your yard again for free this time, right?
So that has happened.
And then you do an exceptional job.
So y'all don't feel, not y'all personally, we're talking as a whole with everyone. Do y'all feel that black business don't get judged harder than white business?
Man, it don't even matter to me no more.
I'm
here to do a job, fam, and I'm here to become. I'm here to become the best. No, but that's what all business owners should be thinking. They should be thinking they're here to become the best in order to be the best, fam. Don't think about am I being judged harshly. Just worry about being the best you can be every day and evolve your business. Trust me, man, you cannot be denied by black, yellow, white, green, brown, and blue.
And then when you start looking at 3, 4, 5, 6 years and you still in the game, you still doing what you doing, that speaks volumes.
And that's what it is. It's called
it
process.
Speaks volumes by itself.
Man.
And then guess what? Them residentials start becoming commercial.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You understand what I'm saying? Because they go referral and they go word of mouth. So
it's a process.
It's a process. Bless you. And it's real. And you can't worry about that fear, because trust me, we lost some black people. They felt a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? We gave them their money back. That was it. Now we decide, we want to do this free of charge, and they was like, yeah or no. They said no, then that.
Again, did you lose some white people?
But like you said, Jack Keys, we care because
I lost some black people.
Like Ann said, a lot of our business definitely come from black people. A lot of businesses definitely start within our own community. All businesses start within their own community most times. Especially going independent route.
So
right.
This is the thing.
So we need our people for step one. We need our people to survive.
Right.
We don't need our people coming into our establishments saying, I don't know. Nope. They didn't say hi to me when I walked in. Like,
so now,
we working hard as black business people. You can't. Everybody ain't gonna be able to say hi. I mean, you should be able to say hi to everybody, but I mean, don't let that be your first and last time visiting that establishment. That's what I feel.
Right, and it's an attitude that.
Well, you know, everybody has different views in the way they look at how they perceive things. If they walk into a restaurant, or like the young lady Ashanti said, you know, she was greeted. So she felt like, you know what, I could do this. I could come here. I'm going to spend this dollar. Like you said, everybody don't have that. If you busy working, you might, it's not that it's not your character. You just not thinking like that.
It's called customer service,
you know what I'm saying?
Which is a skill that everybody doesn't have. A lot of business owners don't know that they need to probably go and take a customer service class before they start a business. And things like, it's a process, right? And when we don't know, we can't do, right? And then you learn as you go. Like I said, I already gave you my customer service experiences, my bad ones that led up to the good ones, right? And I just want to double back even on that part where people stop spending with you. When a lot of the club owners found out we was the ones doing flyers, they stopped spending with us. But we were.
I came to you.
So
that's crazy.
So in 2008 when we first opened a business, we was getting mad club flyer promoters, right? Every promoter was rocking flyers, so we was getting flyer promotion jobs like crazy. Nobody knew it was us from New Haven, everything, right? After a while, when they realized it was us, a lot of the promoters stopped buying flyers from us.
Okay, so what would you say that would be the reason? Why would they do that?
Because of the same thing that you said, I already knew it. But
once I feel that black dollars, once they think you are advancing, they start hating.
No, but
I mean, I'm
sorry.
But
listen, Cam. But listen, can I finish?
Yeah,
right. So now, it happened, right? And if that was the only thing we depended on, we probably would have crashed and burned immediately, right?
That's a sad fact.
We had an elevated mind state to know we supposed to chase big businesses, not club promoters, in order to make our business work, right? So we did that. Eventually, when the club owners found out it was us, they stopped. But then it wasn't really too many other people doing flyers. So again, you cannot be denied, family.
But what I'm stating on that is that's a sad fact.
But
that's
how our community works. Unfortunately,
that's what I hate.
At the moment, Cam.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I hate about. We gotta support each other. We start with each other.
Let's stop knocking it down, though, and let's start saying, yo, at the moment, this is the mind state, right? But our job is to improve the mind state, man, because it's our businesses that we frequent, and we have to learn as a people how we can make these businesses work for the whole entire community, not just for the individual.
But it starts with our community.
Right. No, it starts with educating our community. So it starts with brothers like me and you that have information to share that's nobody else is sharing, Cam. And this is what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I agree.
We wasn't getting the education or the information. We had it. We own the city. They already know we own the city. We was young millionaires, man. People bought houses next door to the house that my mother lived in for $60,000, 2 and 3 houses down the street. I was having hundreds of thousands of dollars in trash bags stuffed in the basement at my mama's house.
Not knowing
no better, but now it's time for us to educate ourselves so we can educate our kids so that way, like I said, they look good last night, right? But they should be looking better as business owners, man.
Right.
The same way they could still be flossing. I know they could do it. They don't know they could do it yet, right? And it's our job to show them the way, baby.
That's the truth.
It's our job to show them the way, but we have to do it. We got to make a decision and do it. Pick your poison. It don't got to be an all-day thing. You can just say, 1 hour a month, I want to throw a class where I'm going to tell somebody something that I know. You only got it doesn't have to be anything you don't know. It could be just a field. I'm going to teach you guys the trade of commercial cleaning. Right? Or I might teach you how to do floors, right? Yeah. So that way you might be building you a couple of people that actually say, you know what? Can I get a job? Nah, not right now, but I got an internship for you so that way you can learn the game. And as I build a couple of more buildings or something like that, maybe I could hire you for one. And that's the process of the give and take and the learning stages that we got to deal with. Fam.
Absolutely.
But how do we educate? Like, I mean, we could say to us and a few people watching, whatever, we know better. But how do we educate? our people to let them know that our black dollars are important to black business?
Again, it starts with the financial education process. People don't understand how money works. You don't even have to talk about it working for the community when you know how money works. When you know how money works, you know what you do with your money counts, right? And you know where you spend your money counts, right? And you can make better decisions on where you spend your money, why you spend your money, how you spend your money, and the results of where your money gonna what's gonna happen after you spend your money. We just have to become those level of thinkers now. Build into it, family. It's the dollar go across the world.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but you stay in our community for less than
because we don't provide,
60 seconds.
we don't have products. We don't have corn that we sell to people. We don't have cotton that we sell to people. We consume everything because
consumers.
Listen, this is what society put upon us, right? It's our job to change the game now, family.
But it wasn't always like that.
It wasn't.
Do you feel okay? Let me ask you out both this question. Let me cut you off. I mean, cut you off. Did integration hurt black business? Did it kill black business?
No. What killed black business was when they burnt down Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Black Wall Street, and people started really becoming fearful, right, to keep trying to do business. And
but like you said, there was a Dixwell Avenue then.
But over the course of so what killed black business in Dixwell Avenue was the process of not re-educating ourselves.
It, like, because some people say, like you said, when you had to spend black, we spent black. We had black. Like, that hurt us like less than 30 black hotel owners.
Right. Integration.
We don't own gas stations. We don't remember what on Dixwell, what's the name? That was what?
Integration.
What was the guy who was on that? That was a black guy back in the day.
Integration killed us because they understand what money does, right? So they just when they were first saying they didn't want our dollars, they realized that our dollars was a lot, and it would make more sense to take some, right? So that's where integration came into play, because they realized we had a lot of dollar power amongst ourselves, and they wanted to kill it. Easy,
that's
crazy. It's easier.
That's
It's an easy way to do it like that.
Right though.
Kill their dollar power by letting them get what they want when we didn't want to give it to them at first. And it's like fool's gold, dog. We didn't know everything was fool's gold, but now we know better, and it's our job to do better. I tell my moms all the time. Me and my moms have mad conversations, man. And she might ask me why I do certain things, or why I tell my daughter certain things, or do stuff a certain way, and I go, Mom, listen, it's for me to learn and do better.
Yeah.
If you knew that meat was going to kill me earlier, give me cancer, or give me this or that, you wouldn't have gave it to me, would you? She says, no. I said, I know you wouldn't have, because you love me, right? I love my child, and I know that certain things are harmful for her because I understand our environment and the culture that we come from and where we live at right now. So my job is to do better. Even if I'm dying from the stuff, I don't want to see her die from it, right? My mom's has terminal cancer, multiple myeloma. I read articles online that say during her existence in time, these hospitals were injecting our people with these viruses and things, man. So she could have been a product of that, for all I know. So now that I know that, it's my job to not say I'm not getting these needles. Hell no. It's my job to make sure my daughter is as pure as possible, so that way she can make sure her child, if she have one, is as pure as possible. My sons and everything, dog, because I need them to be safe from people that do bad and heinous things in the name of a higher power at times.
That just went on a whole nother level, because it just had me thinking.
Come on, man.
But you right though.
We as parents, it's our job and our responsibility to take care of ourselves and our people, man.
Exactly.
Real talk.
On every level, not just money. Every level. We ain't providing enough love in the community. That's why our kids running reckless. We look at this thing like it's a bunch of outsiders in our community that came here and infested this thing, man. These are our cousins and family members and friends, man. If you scared of your family, shame on you.
I ain't scared of
right?
no. I think it's I think outside influence.
Outside influence is the difference between influence and outsiders. These are our kids still. I was at that club last night. People was mad because I was yelling at some of them dudes. They in line acting up, man. It's my job to keep them straight. It's my job to make sure they getting in the bar safe and getting out the bar safe, man. And when they look at me and they know I'm yelling, they was mad. When they pulled up to me, you know what they did? Still gave me a handshake and a big ass hug and said, "Unc, I love you." And I said the same thing, man, because they already know where I come from.
You gotta respect it.
Every male in our community needs to have that same effect on these boys, man. Then we're gonna be able to change them. Every male needs to have the same effect on these young ladies. Then we're gonna be able to change them. Until that happens, we can't change them, man, because they looking for love in all the wrong places.
Absolutely.
I
totally agree.
That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line.
So we definitely came to the conclusion that integration killed the economic dollar in the black community.
Definitely, and a lack of education. Because if we were still educated, it couldn't have killed it.
So now it's time to become educated. It's time to start
re-educate ourselves.
Yes.
Sure. Re-education, man.
Absolutely.
It's okay to say that we don't know.
Definitely
like
okay.
But it's okay to say that, yo, we gonna learn and we gonna grow.
But we have to. We like you said, I don't know. Like we were talking so much before we came on. I don't know if you said it before we was on, or I think you said while we was on that. We got to get like a talented 10th going. We got to get like-minded people.
It's our goal to build our own community center.
Yes.
To put the community back into play, right? To raise the village back up, we have to first put a small TP in place. We got 1,000 people doing 1,000 great things here, man, but we doing them all singular and not together. Right.
So we
can't encompass the kids in a level where they're being touched by us all day, every day. All day, every day.
Like I said, we kind of focusing on black economic dollars right now. So
all of it's a part of it.
Yeah, but let's say me and you get together. We have to be able to reach out to other successful people or people who just have like-minded ways.
People that's looking to go further in life, right? So you could bring one. I could bring one. It could just start out with me and you, right?
And then we gotta do that.
And then we could just keep adding on. So it could start here. What we gonna do? Like I got some things coming in play again. I told you financial education opportunity.
Then we gotta get I have seen.
It takes time, Cam.
I have seen.
Have faith.
Some businesses. I have seen less unit.
Have faith, Cam.
You know what?
Cam.
Will go there.
Have faith, Cam.
I have faith.
Then we shouldn't even be with the butts. It's a process. You got to know that, man. We're a community with no plan. We ain't had no leaders trying to make no plans for community development in over 20 years, man. I haven't seen it. Right? So now we got some planners in the community though.
Right.
But right now the plans are not complete. They're being implemented at the time and they're still not complete. Come aboard to be part of the plan.
I just want to say, when I start thinking about, something you just said, it made me think back where, I got to this place mentally where I was like, it's time to make changes. It's time to start doing different things. What could I do? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, we as a black people, and I'm not being racist, but I'm just saying as a black people, we've been down too long. You know what I'm saying? Like we've really been down too long. And I feel like right now is the time where we start rising up. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, when we had cell phone, but I'm looking at all of us, I'm like, yo, we like in our 40s, right?
For sure.
And it's taking the 40-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? Listen to what I'm about to say, to really get things turning, moving. You know what I'm saying? When they always talk about, this is the youth generation, but like you said, they gone. They so far gone that they don't even understand where they place at.
We gotta start with our baby, like you said.
Listen, but they don't even understand where they place at in this society. And like he was saying, they looking for love in all the wrong places. But I feel like we as a whole, as people that have these mindsets, these like minds, should be somewhere saying, all right, this is my responsibility. This is your responsibility. This is your responsibility. We all coming together. It don't have to be, a singular thing, but, we could all come together and say, you know what? Let's do what we need to do to bring our people back where we need to bring them.
I represent an organization called Sport Academy. The word sport is an acronym. It stands for Street Poets, Cipher Real Truth. Not a street poet, street poets. Cipher real truth, right? This organization came into play because there was a need in the community for something to start happening. It's not mine, it's not my partners. It's for the community, right?
Hear that.
We play chess. And it's 64 squares that most people look at, but the board in itself makes 65. That's why we call it life skills on 65 squares, because it's time to start thinking outside the box again, right?
Respect.
And inside the box, inside that board is over 202 squares. That's room for a lot of different things to take place.
Absolutely.
Right?
I get what you're saying,
Right.
definitely.
Put your pride to the side. Mine's died with my son, right? I'm ready to work with every individual that's ready to work with me. I'm willing to take a chance.
Oh,
on
I'm willing.
anybody.
I'm willing.
That's what's up.
I'm willing.
Right.
I'm willing.
I ran drugs up and down the highway for years, taking chances, fam. With people,
I feel what you're saying.
without people. I put my life on the line with friends of mine with guns in our hands, right? Shootouts and all that. And if I don't think I'm ready to take chances on trying to make my community more successful for myself, my babies, and some futures, then shit, I might as well be with the rest of those folks that listen.
I feel you.
Where untapped potential and lost opportunities exist at, and that's the graveyard, baby. I ain't ready to go there.
Nah, I hear what you're saying on that. Definitely.
Right, so I'm gonna give this world everything that I already been had.
Facts.
Lost along the way, and decided to take back.
I mean, with the programs that's out there to help us far as economically, I mean, are we not taking advantage of it because we don't know?
Exactly.
Is they putting it out there enough for us?
No.
No.
Our information chain ain't right inside the community. People like Rob and this Raw Report, Jay Kemp and what they're doing, and every other information chain that people always watch, ping everybody. It's our job to get the right information in the people's hands,
Sure,
right?
Right.
Yeah, we like to see 200 and people watching the motherfucking show because we got some raunchy shit on, right? But is it the right thing to give the community, right?
Exactly. But we not.
Nah, fam,
Yeah,
listen.
I feel
The kids watching the raunchy shit too. Know what I'm saying? Now
right.
we mad because we only got 10 people watching the show, but we giving out the good shit, the
That's
shit
right.
that help build the community.
I don't
You
care
gotta
if
be
it was
willing to
one
take the
person
chance on the
watching.
good
That's
shit
right.
and not the bad shit, fam.
That's
We've
right.
been taking chances on bad shit all our lives. That's why our kids still selling drugs after us.
Real
This is
talk.
why our kids dying at a faster rate than we was. This shit is a waste if we ain't doing nothing about it,
agree.
man.
Absolutely, I totally
We have to
agree.
take a stand.
I agree.
And this is why I give most men 15 minutes of my time every day now. If you ain't talking no good shit, I can't even deal with you. I gotta go, fam. I don't got no
I
time
feel
to
you.
waste right
But
now.
like I'm
fam.
saying, like let me give you an example. Like you said, me and you met in what was that? What was the name of the program we was in?
So we was actually in the New Haven,
Haven.
Academy
But a
thing
lot of
that
people
Jackie
don't know.
James
A lot
had.
of people didn't take advantage of that.
Mad people did take advantage of that. They had 1,000 classes, yo. We
They
was
did?
in like a second wave of
Yeah, it was a
classes.
second
They
wave.
probably had about 4 waves, but you know what the problem was? Nobody had enough information yet. The classes went by fast, and then there was no follow up for
No
nobody
follow-up.
else to go to. So therefore, it was a broken chain.
Wow.
We
But
got to
it's
learn
still-
how to keep the chain going.
But how? I mean, is it? I mean, because the program's still going though, right?
It is still going, but
do, like,
the
I
chain
wouldn't
is
even,
still
like-
broken.
Yeah, there you go.
The chain
because,
is still
I mean, I
broken.
feel that. I mean, even if you don't want to start a business, I think you should take the class.
Get the information.
right.
Information is
because
powerful.
it's out there.
Information
I
is
mean,
powerful.
me personally, I learned a lot from that class. When I was in that class, I had a franchise. When I left that class, I was an independent cleaner.
See what
Right.
I'm saying? You learn. Yo,
That's what's up.
information is
You know what I mean?
powerful.
And like I said, that's why I learned about MC. That I never knew there was a program that Yale had in New Haven where they gave people seed money to start businesses. People like, yeah, don't do nothing. Yeah, don't. I'm like, yo,
but-
MC did they basically changed my life.
Outside of the seed money, LMC allows you access to Yale law students.
Yes, business
Allows
students.
you access to people that deal with numbers. Allows you access to people that no business education and management, and these guys used to get on the train and come to Bridgeport and help us.
Listen, man,
we didn't used to have to go to them. They used to come to us. They used to come to us. They found our POS system for a good price online.
That's what's up.
And then helped us get it. They made sure our business plan was gonna take off, and we was already in business. They was astounded that we was already in business the way we was.
I mean, I met a lot of black business people there, like the lady that, accountants and everything. Like you said, these programs are there. We just have to take advantage of it.
We have to create a system of success. I'm going to say that. Not just take advantage of it, but create a system of success.
That's real.
We have accountants that we can put on a payroll that can visit every business inside of our system to make sure they're doing their books right and they're learning right. We can do everything we need to do when we decide to do it. We have to create our own system, dog, because nobody else ain't going to do it for us, or else it would have already been done.
Right. That's the truth. I mean, I just wish the information. I wish the information was. It's an information highway nowadays.
I wish I had the information 20 years ago.
What? Listen, man.
I'll be sitting in the beach somewhere.
I feel like you said, for education wise and everything, because I'm not gonna shame say my age. I'm 43. Right? Yeah, I'm 43. I had to think real quick.
Listen,
I just learned about the stock market maybe a year ago, but I'm heavily invested into it now. That's my thing.
I graduated from career high school.
I went to career
businessman in business, right? With a scholarship, 4 years. I didn't even take advantage of it, fam. And this is what I'm saying.
The streets had a lot of us.
The streets had a lock on us, right?
Yeah.
But I still have the information that I took from that. I'm still typing at 60 and 70 words a minute. I learned that at school, right? I still have all my conversational and communicational skills. I learned all of that stuff. I know a little bit of Spanish. It was about what did you learn along the way, because those are the tools that help push you in the future. Our kids are not learning, and we got to make sure that they're doing that.
Okay, is it just a northern thing? Because the South, black businesses strive hard in the South. Like
I think the South,
Charlotte, Atlanta, even B-more, like DC,
some areas are more prepped and more prone. Like their community has always been more supportive down there because they needed to support each other down there a little bit more than up here, right? But it's always been like that, and it hasn't always been like that up here. So for that reason alone, their mind state hasn't changed much from knowing that they have to support each other. When we was up here,
I feel we support each other because I have people, like I said, I do commercial, I don't do homes, but like major accounts came from people I went to school with who are in certain levels. So I'm not scared of black dollar
inside of the businesses
that.
though.
But
they work for other entities that could get you contracts.
So we look out for each other. Right. I mean there are people who look out for each other. Right. But when I was explaining earlier, I don't want nobody to misconstrue what I was saying. Just I have seen black businesses just go from high status to no status because people felt that they was advancing off their dollar. And we got to stop thinking like that. We got to, say it's just, I seen it. It's just a sad place. And I think that for us to build as a community for our black economic dollars, we got to unite the dollar. It starts with us. It starts in our community.
We have to change the thinking, right? We have to change the conversation. We have to change the language that we speak, right? Because we speak the wrong language. We speak a deathful language. We don't speak a uplifting language.
Absolutely.
Wake up in the morning cheery, right? Say great things to people even when you feel bad. Like, it's a personal thing that people have to deal with. It's called self-improvement. Self-improvement is the basis for community development, fam. I can't make anybody change. I could give kids information just like I could give adults information, and I could pray for them.
And that's it.
Yep. Right? I could call Allah and say, I wish the best for these people. Please let the words that come out of my mouth give them strength, give them hope, give them some happiness. And helpfully it provides them a way for them to fuel their futures for themselves and their children, because trust me, I know how hard it is.
Yeah. So so it's lack of education basically.
Right now, yes, it's a lack of education
like I said,
of people.
We got the SBA out there to help us. We got everything out there, but
But do they really come and market to our community correct way? So you got to ask
Do they
yourself.
market to any? I mean, true.
Certain communities are established
Everything-
listen, certain communities are established in areas, man, where information flows fluently and freely.
Right,
It doesn't
right.
flow fluently and freely in our community. We got meetings from the elders that don't make it to the community. The elders don't even know about the small meetings, man. So what make you think they're gonna give us information about
right.
empowering ourselves to make millions of dollars and not have to spend money with them? Come on, family. The people that work in the entity can only do so much. You have to look at the entity in itself, man. These entities been here. They could have been coming to our community, flooding our gateways with people to come help us, creating systems of success. But they're not doing it for a reason. We have to go and find the information and get it, grasp onto it, and then start disseminating it ourselves if this is what we want to see. Now, we could just take the information, hoard it for ourselves, and be rich, right? But then we want to hide all our finances from the community.
No,
I can't let them see me with my Benz and my Mercedes in my big house because I ain't sharing the information.
No,
I'm just taking the money. Come on, fam. This is what I'm saying. Change the mindset, man. Let's just change the mind state. We could put people on. Just like you used to tell people where the cocaine connect was at. Let's tell them motherfuckers where SBA.
Listen,
let's tell them where LMC that, right? Let's just tell them and keep telling them and keep telling them. The ones that get it, get it. The ones that don't.
Straight like
That's
that.
the best we could do.
Everything
You can
I
lead
learned,
a horse to the water, but you can't make them all drink.
Listen,
Sure
everything
Everybody
I learned,
ain't gonna make it.
everything I learned. See, one of my favorite sayings is "Let's all make it." That's my hashtag for everything.
Unfortunately, everybody ain't gonna make it because some people
But let's
ain't gonna
say-
change their
True
mind,
indeed.
fam.
But like you said, information, we got to share
Powerful,
the information.
for sure. It's
like
free.
even I learn about, like right now I'm heavily into weed stocks. I try my best to share it because I know that's gonna make
Listen,
people rich.
So then just keep sharing it. That's all.
But like even far as like you say, we got to get together and figure out a way to advance our people.
Put a plan together, Cam. I'm down.
I got a plan.
I'm down.
And it's so real. I'm scared to
down.
share it with just the average person.
I'm down.
Like, we're good. Like if somebody sees Sean, it's a barbershop, whatever, we build. Always.
I'm down.
Be nice.
I got a couple of people that
what's
I know
average
probably
about
gonna
my
be
thinking
down.
ability?
Nah, you build always.
So guess what? You don't come across, like you said something earlier about you give somebody 15 minutes of your time. I respect that because I feel the same way. We talking and I'm done. You know what I'm saying? There's no disrespect, but you speaking something that I ain't with right now. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about uplifting. It's about bringing us to another place. And I'm ready for whatever is on the table. I got plans of my own too. I got ideas.
All got to get together and share.
I got, you know what I'm saying?
This is an analogy I was spitting to some of my mans in the other day, and this, I play chess a lot now.
Yeah.
I revolve around chess.
Okay.
So I'm telling them, the founder of our organization, which is my mentor, he got a plan.
Okay.
I'm a piece on his board. I got my own plan though, and he a piece on my board.
I feel you.
Right?
Okay.
And then my man next door got his own plan in. We pieces on his board, right?
So
we willing to play the game
Yeah.
just like we willing to be students of the game.
Absolutely.
Each one of us going to teach one of us how to grow,
Absolutely.
family. And this is how we all have to
So
be,
do you feel
right?
like
I could be a valuable piece on your board or no
definitely.
piece at all, right?
Yeah.
I could be a pawn on your board and you could tell me I'm the pawn. I don't care. Whatever
So let's
resources
say-
I got must be pawn material, right? And then
Absolutely.
when I got bigger resources, I might become night material, whatever the case may be. But it's the way we think. We just got to start changing.
So do you feel like programs like what's the program that you say you was in over there on Dixville Avenue at one time? You was like the president one time, right?
No, so Greater New Haven Business and Professionals Association.
Do you feel
they don't do enough? No. I don't feel they do enough. But they have elders in there that has limited information. They don't have enough technological advancements in there for guys like me and you. Right?
So do we join them? Because I joined the organization.
Right.
I got one email about a meeting and never got another one.
We should join the organization for the fact that it's been here for 50 plus years,
Change it
right?
to the inside?
But wait,
Wow.
the organization members that are there now, the president on down to the board members and the executive director, they're the elders who have to be willing to give us the information to take the place into the future and be willing to take the reins and let the reins off of us so we can do our jobs. Right? The mindset ain't there, right? I don't want to crash and burn a place like that, but sometimes you gotta reinvent the wheel, baby.
Yeah.
If they ain't rolling with Rush, you already know sometimes you gotta roll over
Black business person organization that's literally in existence for over 50 years, like he said.
You don't want to have to turn it down and destroy it because I like the minds that built the place. Mr. Cherry.
Listen, I went to one meeting, got an email about another meeting, never heard from him again.
Talented minds in there, talented men inside that boardroom.
I've seen their history, man.
Yes. Wow. Our job is to get in there and figure out how can we get their minds to give us what we need.
Couldn't agree more.
Right? It's our job to figure out how we touch our people's heart enough to get them to understand that we still need them.
Right.
We still need the information that they have.
Right.
They broke down a bunch of walls, and we still facing those walls that they already knocked down. Why? Why are we still facing walls that they already knocked down 50 plus years ago?
We went backwards.
Right, because the information hasn't been shared properly, right? They haven't.
They
haven't provided us the resources that they do have already, right? And then let us mix those with our current resources that's in the motherfucking same systems that they dealing with now, and keep going.
So, okay.
Pardon my French.
Do you feel that the crab in the bucket syndrome affects us as far as black men?
Man, I don't like to keep talking about the past things, man. I don't like to bring those things up, man. I believe that we can change the world when we decide to change our minds. I'm not no crab. I ain't in no barrel. I don't see crabs around me. I see people around me. I see men and women that's just uneducated at the moment around me, man. You not no crab. She's not no crab. Rob not no crab. I don't see that, fam. I see a lack of education in our community, and if we start doing our job and providing the right education, trust me, the world can't change without us being part of it, family.
I agree.
That's the end of it. We the best of the best of the best.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Pyramids ain't been built since they took our people.
I want to give you dap like 100 times today while you were talking.
Pyramids ain't been built since they took our people, man.
Sean been preaching up in here.
So
tonight.
I mean, okay.
And I learned information from my mentor and the elders before me, fam, and it's my job.
Listen,
to
Sean, I seen you making moves. When I said come and get flyers, I seen you literally in there conducting meetings. Like, yo, I'm opening up the meet. I'm like, yo, like, what's going on in that room right there? Know what I mean? Like, I want to be a part of that.
I do my best to try to provide what I need.
I'm literally,
but you know what?
I mean, that's me from literally
it's
watching
a beautiful thing
moves.
that you said that because that inspired you to be
definitely.
Like, and I feel
and he
like,
probably never know it, but I'm looking like.
I appreciate.
I mean, I get inspired all the time by great minds, by great, black people that I see, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like me personally, this is where I'm at. My brain has been sparked many years ago, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to put things in perspective.
Yeah. I'm inspired by the Eric Clemens.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by the Born Ciphers.
I mean,
I'm inspired by the minds of these men. These men have great minds, man. It ain't even about the businesses.
Nah, I feel you.
It's about the minds of the men, man.
Listen, I believe what you're saying. Like I said, listen, I've been to his business to go pick up flyers or whatever, and I literally seen this man in there conducting meetings with the elders.
That's what's up.
I'm like, yo, I'm in the hallway waiting for him. I'm like, no, it was like they doing it in there.
I mean, I came from a situation, fam. I took a loss, right? So when I took the hit, I had to do something. If I stayed the same way, I wouldn't be talking to you right now.
I feel you.
I either be dead or in jail.
That's what's up.
So I had to make a decision to do something. The best thing for me to do was do what I like to do, right? And it feels good doing the right thing. That's what I love the most about it. My heart is happy every day.
That's what's up.
Even in my loss, my heart is happy when I do the right things, family.
I respect that. I respect that. 100%.
Pain, I don't feel physical pain. I feel a ache here.
Yeah, I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? And the only way that ache goes away is when I help my son, friends, and the rest of these kids.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
I mean, before we leave, give a plug for
RHR Print Copy and Digital Service Providers, www.rhrprint.com. Sport Academy. The word sport is an acronym. It stands for Street Poet Cipher Real Truth. www.sportacademyinc.com.
What age did they start?
So we take kids 5 and up.
Oh, word?
For chess, we're gonna be taking kids
my
5
son
and
be
up.
5 July.
Listen, we're gonna be taking kids 5 and up for financial literacy. We're gonna be taking kids 5 and up for everything. Early education is
if you ever need me, man, you know, come and talk. I'm there, man.
Definitely. Trust me.
I mean, I know before you came to me about buying a page and for the sponsorship.
I got the business world for you now, so I'm gonna put you in the field where you're gonna be comfortable at when you come speak. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody uncomfortable. Let's just do what we do. We can give what we know. That's the best we could do. Just give what you know, fam.
Okay, so I mean,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
definitely
Tater.
come and check you out as well.
Stetson Library every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
That's
we there,
what's up,
man. When the library open, we there. We don't close.
Listen, when
year
you
round.
first told me about it, I was like, oh man, because listen, I'm not a chess player. I don't know nothing about chess.
Learn the game.
But I mean, I heard it's a great game.
Learn the game because it gives.
I mean,
when
you told me, I think I was coming out the store, and you was like, "Yeah, I'm doing this." I'm like, "Yo, anybody doing something to bring our people up, I am down for it."
Appreciate
it at all times. Go ahead,
Well, I'll
Tater.
be coming out in a minute. I'm still working on this nonprofit organization I got, Stand Up, Stand Down, which touches bases on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? From man, it's crazy because it's everything from abuse to alcohol to I could just go down the line. You know what I'm saying?
We got problems in our community.
Yes, and I'm gonna be real, and the reason why because I'm a product of that. So I could speak on that because I endured it. You understand what I'm saying?
You make the best teacher.
I make the best teacher, and I've been doing this for a long time. So I want my people to look forward to that. I'll give you more information as it comes, and I got a personal blog, A Woman's Voice. Go up there, check it out.
It's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
Plug it. What is it?
A Woman's Choice. That's the name of it.
A Woman's Voice. A Woman's Voice. And I talk about all kind of different things. For black, I did a piece on black entrepreneur. When he came to me, I was like, yo, I did a piece.
Right,
what I'm saying? This is what I do. This is my love. When you talking about what make you feel good, this is what makes me feel awesome. Because listen, this gonna be another show about sobriety. Because, what I'm saying? Listen to me. Since I've been clean, sky's the limit. It's nothing I can't do. And I'm doing everything that I always wanted to do, and I'm doing it right now.
Congratulations.
You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna have a little show. Listen. Yo, Sean, you the truth.
I'm around. I ain't going nowhere. But listen, if you think I'm the truth, trust me, man. It's a ton of us out here, man.
I believe it.
It's a ton of us out here, man. Like I said, we got great, powerful minds. We just got to get them all in the same room and create that mastermind effect that's going to change the world.
Okay, so we're going to close out with everybody getting their last say on this. What's next? How about that? What's next?
What Sean just said. That's it in a nutshell. Getting together, making some things happen. Like really being adamant about it. It's easy to talk about it, but let's get it done. So, because it's time to make things happen.
On the chessboard, you can't move until somebody else make a move, right? You have to make a decision. Mm-hmm. It ain't always gonna be the right move, right? You ain't always gonna make the right decision, but you still have to make one. You can't allow the world to make it for you, or else you're ineffective in the process. Make a decision. I don't care if it's for an hour. I don't care if it's for a day. I don't care if you just decide that you're just going to donate dollars because that's all you going to do, right? But make a decision to do something, because if you ain't doing nothing, then you part of the hurting process, right?
Absolutely.
You part of the problem. Let's become part of the solution, man. We all together going to make this happen, man. We could change the world. It's just that simple. I believe in magic, man. We magic in the making.
Like that.
We magic in the making.
Yes. All right, y'all, man.
Love you.
It was real.
Thanks for everybody for coming through. I enjoyed my boy Sean showed out. Showed out. He definitely showed out.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Like I said, man, I feel like a champion again. I beat depression after 6 and 7 years of going through hell.
Oh yeah, I feel
Right,
you.
right.
Not by myself, but by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's on. The world ain't seen me in a minute. I'm smiling and I'm shining again. Trust me, I'm around.
You'll be seeing me too, so
be seeing
I
me.
need to get some things done.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely reach out too.
And I mean, we'll be back not next week, the week after next, and I think what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the state of the black
woman.
State of the black woman. We'll get a female up here. I'm gonna just sit back and just.
Men need to chime in on that too.
Oh
though.
yeah. Now we just did the black man our first show, and we had female. We need men to definitely chime in on that. So I mean, hopefully, y'all share the video. You know, each one teach one. We dropped some names for y'all to go check out some programs.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? We try to. So each show we're gonna try to always. We ain't gonna do the rah-rah. You know what I mean?
Nah,
and
we
I
ain't
mean,
with that.
Listen, we might get the least amount of views, but I think we definitely drop the most
what it
jewels.
is, right? Do what you do, but always drop jewels.
Yeah,
Always.
listen, man. I love mind sparring. I call it. I love
the
going
whole
back and
purpose.
forth with people
But even-
about serious issues. So
even
we're
when
gonna
you-
continue to
even
do this.
when you
They
run
say
it-
I don't care if it's 2 people watching. We're gonna
Straight
continue
like
to
that.
do it.
Even when you running some raunchy stuff, man, just stay dropping some jewels.
That's
It doesn't
it. Yeah,
matter.
nah,
yo.
I mean, listen,
Whatever
I
you
enjoy
got,
it all.
this is a business. You have a catered. You trying to cater to an audience, right? You have to cater to
Absolutely.
several audiences, not
Absolutely.
just one.
Oh yeah,
all
the
the time,
Raw
right?
Report TV
Right.
station
Right.
is
Give
definitely
good
popping.
information
That's
in
it.
between somewhere, right?
Oh,
It's
that's
a
what Rob
commercial
got us- that's
break.
what Rob got us here for.
Commercial break, information at the
right.
beginning,
Rob
at the
got
end,
Rob
information.
got
but
us
just
here
give
to
it out.
balance it all a little.
No
I mean,
doubt,
thanks
no
again,
doubt.
Rob, man.
Absolutely.
for
Much
having
respect
us,
to
man.
Rob Davis. Much respect.
We
Much
out, y'all.
respect.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night.
Good luck, Rob.
Yo.